Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Vintage Children's Book Vault. I wanted to introduce you to Nurse Matilda today. You may have already heard of this story because it was made into a movie by Emma Thompson, or with Emma Thompson, called Nanny McPhee. And so this story is based on a nanny named Nurse Matilda by Christianna Brand. It is illustrated by Edward Ardizzone. And I was covering this artist. He has his own stories. He writes Tim's Adventures or Adventures of Tim, and a bunch of collections of his stories. And he's a very popular illustrator. And he and Christiana are cousins. So he and her collaborated on their stories together. And to go over, I have the collected tales, but there are three different books: Nurse Matilda Goes to Town, and Nurse Matilda Goes to Hospital. And these were written in 1964, 1967, and 1974. They're about 130 pages or so each story. They do go pretty fast, and it is based in Victorian times. There are so many kids in the family that Nurse Matilda is looking after. They don't all have names. And the style is essentially that she is brought in to take care of or sort out a family of children that just are always doing pranks, getting into trouble, not listening, being messy, that kind of thing. And so each of the stories, there's tales and chapters of the children doing what they're going to do. So they're going to be cutting hair and painting on faces and doing stuff to the animals and just causing all kinds of havoc. And Nurse Matilda's strategy is she does have there's a supernatural element to the stories where she has some sort of magic to whatever the children are imparting onto their victims or their circumstances. She has the children experience that themselves, and she will but usually in an even more exaggerated way. Like, it won't stop. So it's the children having to endure what it is that they put on other people, and hence learn through that way. I did find the stories did seem to get fairly repetitive because they all have that same style. So it's one thing after another. It's like they never quite learn, and they just keep doing things over and over again. And so even after she leaves in the first book, she comes back. They're reset to where they were before. Blah blah blah. So it was entertaining enough. Like, we read them as bedtime stories, and the chapters weren't too long. Let's see, so like 31 to 36. So there's 5 to 10 pages or even less. So it moves along at a pretty good clip, and the kids get up to shenanigans, so that's always entertaining. But I would, if I had to compare this to Mary Poppins, I prefer Mary Poppins much more, and my kids also enjoyed Mary Poppins more. But this is another collection of stories of children wreaking havoc, and then trying to learn a lesson of basically the golden rule through what happens to them. So if you want to check it out, please do. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next one.